I got this phone call from my father stating he and I are moving to Italy. He met a woman, she's amazing, we're gonna travel the world, and you're gonna love it. And I thought to myself, I don't think I'll love it. This just sounds insane. My mom was still sick. I wasn't just gonna up and leave my mother. He was just, you're not going? Okay, well, I'm still going. My mom passed away about a month and a half later. When my father moved back to the United States, I was excited to hear that he was back. But in the last 6 or 7 years, he has not reached out or given me the opportunity to get to see him. My father told me out of the blue, I've met this woman online. He went off on a tangent about how he is 62 and she is 32, and they've never met in person. They got married over the internet. I said, excuse me? My father told me her name is Maria and she lives in Texas. She works at a grocery store. She's deaf from a car accident. She has this inheritance that comes from the German government. She must find someone who loves her for her before she can get this inheritance. My father doesn't find any of this odd. Sadly, I wasn't surprised, but I did believe that he was being scammed or catfished.
Well, joining me virtually is Shelby. Shelby, you're concerned that your father is being taken advantage of, correct?
Yes.
And you're wondering why he's being naive about this? Is that a fair word to use?
Yeah, I don't understand why he's believing in a person he hasn't met.
You've got to also be wondering why he's not believing you. I mean, you're his own daughter, and granted, you haven't had a close relationship with him. She's virtual, you're real, and you say you haven't seen your dad in person since age 12, but then he did know you.
Mhm.
And now, your mother died in 2013, correct?
Correct.
I'm very sorry for your loss. I know that's difficult. You were just 12 years old when she passed, right?
Correct.
And that's very difficult. I know it's tough to lose a parent anytime, but it's always tough when you're just a child. And it was at that time that your mother was sick and he asked you to up and leave and go with him overseas, right?
Correct, yes.
You refused and said, I'm not leaving my mother while she's sick. And sure enough, a month and a half after he bailed, your mother did pass away.
If I'd gone with him, I wouldn't seen my mother in her last days. I would have lost that opportunity.
So he left you there to bear that burden of your mother in her last days without him to lean on or to support you.
Right, yeah.
What does he say to you about this Maria and the $10 million inheritance coming out of Germany?
If I tell him how much money I need to get through college in a year or two after, he'll give it to me. As long as I believe in Maria and I'm nice to her and I welcome her into our family. It's very real. He believes full-heartedly.
Okay, so this money, in his opinion, is coming. Is he a gold digger?
I don't think so. I think he truly believes he's in love with her.
Uh-huh. But there is the $10 million.
Right, which can't hurt. That's got to be nice too.
Yeah, that makes somebody pretty shiny. I mean, you like somebody, but then if they got $10 million in their back pocket, that kind of puts a little glow to them.
Yeah, right.
You say that your dad has told you that love is blind, but this is for real. So he's not blinded by his emotions.
That's what he has said, and I think that's what he believes, yes.
Okay, has he said anything to you about the fact that he's twice her age and she seems to be, I think we could consensually say, drop dead gorgeous? And has he wondered why she would be marrying somebody she's never met that's twice her age and seems to have very little in common?
I've asked that question. He has not. Apparently, according to him, the daughter, the little girl, saw his picture on the dating website and was like, that's who I want my daddy to be. And the little girl chose him, and the mother went along with it, which made even less sense to me. But he's never questioned that.
Never questioned it at all.
Mm-mm.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.